The Joe Rogan Experience.
Look, there's the Sahara Desert. A fair bit of archaeology has been done in the Sahara Desert, but we're looking at 9.2 million square kilometers of the Sahara Desert. Tell me how much of the Sahara you think has actually been excavated, Flint, by archaeologists.
I'd say a bunch of it has been surveyed, including by my dad.
No. How much has actually been excavated? What sort of percent do you
Well,
have
a
in
lot
mind?
of sort of desert archaeology does not have excavation. It's eroded away due to the wind.
Oh, so
and
what's
so-
your answer to my question? How much does archaeology really know about the past of the Sahara?
Well, we understand about the domestication of pearl millet in the Sahara, from when the Sahara was much of it was actually more habitable because it was not desert. So we can see the domestication of pearl millet and sorghum.
No.
We can see
My
ice
question
age
is
sites
my
across
question
it.
is related specifically to my subject. Has enough of the Sahara been excavated for archaeology to exclude any possibility that they've missed anything important in the Sahara?
We have found thousands of sites of ephemeral hunter-gatherer remains in the Sahara.
You're still not answering my question. How much of the Sahara has archaeology actually looked at?
I have no idea, but quite a bit, Graham.
What do you mean by quite a bit?
What I mean is that due to remote sensing, due to surface survey, and due to archaeological excavation, we actually have reasonable coverage across the Sahara. We understand that during green periods in the Neolithic, we can see agricultural villages, and before the Neolithic, we can find ephemeral hunter-gatherer camps where they were napping stones.
But the fact of the matter is, around about 1% of the Sahara has been excavated, and 99% hasn't. So to say that there's no possibility of any traces of a lost civilization in the Sahara seems to me a bit premature, particularly since during the African humid period, and there were several of them, the Sahara was green and fertile and was a very attractive environment in which to live. I might come on to the ancient maps issue, but there's an ancient map up there which shows a green and fertile Sahara, and oddly it coincides very much with a radar survey of the Sahara done in 2015, showing river channels in exactly the places shown in that ancient map. I think the Sahara is a fascinating, underserved area by archaeology. And the plain fact of the matter is it's very expensive to work there, it's very difficult to work there, and archaeology has done very little work in the Sahara. Not no work, but very little. Not enough to write off the possibility that evidence might be found in the future. You know, you're basing this on our technology now. Let's look 200 years in the future. Look how much archaeology has progressed in the last 50 years. 200 years in the future, the technologies might be so much more advanced. There's so much stuff that has simply not been looked at. And the Sahara is one of those underserved areas, as far as I'm concerned. So is the Amazon. 6.7 million square kilometers, about 5.5 still covered by rainforest. It's bigger than India.